only two men in this field that can beat him. That'll be Matt Lowe of BMD Northcliffe and Nick Middleton. But they will need a disastrous race from Hayden Cotter. They will need a victory. Both the gentlemen will need a victory, and they will need Hayden Cotter to finish outside of the top 10.
Yeah.
So it's favour to Hayden Cotter, Paulie.
Yeah, look, they're getting ready to go now. We just saw the girls then. That was just shaken up so much. Again, we saw them sort of flying out on that left-hand side, and now all the boys look like they're ready to run to the south. We can see how much they're starting to read these conditions and adjust their tactics.
Well, 2.5 days of racing, and you'll get to learn Northcliffe Beach just like their home club competitors do. And they have been performing here over the Shannon Eckstein Ironman Classic weekend. If you're joining us, welcome to the Shaw and Partners Summer of Surf Shannon Eckstein Classic. We've had 2.5 days of racing. It all began on Friday afternoon, where we had the Ironman qualifiers for Super Saturday. We had our winners from yesterday. We roll on through, we reset the slate, and now we've got our finals package here. We're in the middle of the open men's surf race. If you've just joined us, Hannah Scully's won 4 board titles in a row, 4 board series with the Shaw and Partners Summer of Surf. Justin McMorland took the win in the open men's board, and Gemma Smith-Welch, with the biggest win of her career, takes the title in the open women's surf race. As we look out to the ocean now, you can see Nick Sloman, the champ, the 5-time Australian champ, is into his work early, and he is leaving these boys in his dust.
Yeah, look, that is one thing that you absolutely do not want to do. You do not want to give Nick Sloman his own water, because I tell you what, you give him an inch and he'll turn that into a mile every day of the week. That is just some of the best technical swimming that you will ever see. He's got that really nice big six-beat kick, the high elbows, and a really good, great connection and feel in the water. He's absolutely flying out there. To his right-hand side, though, that's also doing pretty well at the moment is Currumbin. That might be a Riley Brennan.
He was the run, swim, run winner this morning, so he's in good form. And you can see just tucked in behind him as well is his brother, Callum Brennan. So the two Currumbin boys sandwiched in between the BMD Northcliffe competitors. And is that Nick Sloman there starting to get into his work, Paulie?
I think that might be Bailey Armstrong. So Nick Sloman has a little bit slower of a stroke rate. Bailey Armstrong has this really high elbows and a much faster, higher rating. So that could be Bailey Armstrong off to the right-hand side there on the south. Also Northcliffe club mate, an equally impressive swimmer.
Hold the phone here, Paulie. The Lap Collective Cairns about to get a beat down, because Bailey Armstrong goes around in first spot. Brennan of Currumbin in second. Brennan of Currumbin in third. There is Nick Sloman tucked in behind. Is that the Max Beattie once again in that surf race? Right there mixing it up. I think it might be. It could be Jesse Coulson actually of Surfers Paradise. Max Beattie not in this surf race final. He'll be in that Ironman final later on though, as they turn for home. It's Bailey Armstrong only narrowly in front of the Brennan brothers of Currumbin. Nick Sloman really trying to get back into this race, just off the pace slightly at the moment. It's going to be who's got the best surf skills from here, as Bailey Armstrong starts to increase his advantage.
Yeah, look, he's really going to work here. This is where the boys will really start to bring in a big 6-beat kick on their way home. They want to get every little bit of assistance and lift out of the ocean. As we see that really nice high drone shot, there's a couple of waves on offer here. I don't know if they're going to break or if our leaders will be able to get them.
One out the back though, Paulie. Look at the waves out the back. The back markers in the Jagger seat. Looks like they may just get one. It might be a bit anticlimactic as it rolls on through. Is anyone going to get it? No one's going to get it. And look, for all money, someone was going to be on that wave, Paulie.
Yeah, look, this is when you're getting into the danger zone. You're seeing those leaders starting to look under their armpit and have a look at the back if there's any waves coming more frequently, because they don't want to get left in that mid-gutter section. That is exactly where you don't want to be when one of those big sets come flying through and pick up the back markers and spin the race on its head.
Yeah, and that was what happened in the women's field, where they come on through in the back markers, but it was the supreme surf skills of Gemma Smith-Welch that came out. Look at this down on the southern side though, kicking onto one on the southern side, on the north as well. So we got two on this leading wave. Who's got the best run into it? If they fall off the back, look at this on the southern side in an armchair ride as the north falls off, trying to pick up that cap. It does look like it's a Northcliffe cap. Who's it going to be that stands and emerges? Is it Nick Sloman? It does look like Nick Sloman. What a man he is, the 5-time Australian champion. He was the Super Saturday winner. He's now your Shannon Eckstein Ironman Classic winner. He will be the man of the hour up at the bar this afternoon at the BMD Northcliffe because he is an absolute super fish.
That was a freakish swim from Nick. We were hard to sort of scan where they all were. It looked as if they all just went every which direction as he crosses the finish line there and takes the win.
It's Brennan of Currumbin that flies past the leader on the way out, Bailey Armstrong, who will have to settle for 3rd spot. But Nick Sloman found himself in a position that I don't think he's used to, not at the front of a race. He ran around the cans in about 4th or 5th position, and I thought maybe it's not his day. Maybe the champ will get rocked today. But the champions never lay down for long. They get back up on their feet, and he's down on the beach with Ali Linden.
Nick Sloman, 2 appearances, 2 wins. You didn't do it easy.
Certainly not. Had my work cut out for me on that one. I was put on the left side, which would have been the best side throughout the whole weekend, but now it seems to be the weaker end, and I was put on the back foot from the start. Had to swim through the field, and I didn't know where I was coming around that last can, and I'm glad that I finally got away this weekend.
Yeah, skills showed despite being in the pool week in, week out. Tell us, what is it you love about being in the ocean and ocean swimming?
I mean, I guess it's just the unpredictability about it. Sometimes swimming in the pool gets a bit stale and sometimes a bit toxic, so I come in here to wipe the mind out a bit and just have some fun.
It's always fun out there, isn't it? We'll all be watching you at the 2024 Olympic Games coming up in Paris. Good luck.
Thank you.
So Nick Sloman, 5th in the world for the 10K open water swim. He'll be off to Paris in 2024, but he's your back-to-back champion here on the Shaw and Partners Financial Services Summer Surf Shannon Eckstein Ironman Classic weekend. We'll be back in just a short moment. We are half an hour away from the main event, the Shannon Eckstein Ironman and Iron Woman Classic.